Hi Libra, welcome to your August 2019 general tarot reading. Shuffling the cards, I have the Morgan Greer deck here. Ooh, I love that, the Eight of Pentacles with this deck. It's so cool. So cool. Flanked by Major Arcana cards. Ooh, there's another Major Arcana card for you. Wow. This is almost like the best spread of them all. Oh, this is great. This is really great, Libra. Well, I definitely see like a work kind of a vibe here. At the centerpiece here, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and this is a card. I just can't get enough of this. This is a card of, you know, perfecting your craft and doing a really good job. And you see the spider is very intricate, so they're taking their time to do things right. This can be about getting training, perhaps. This can be a great money card. The number 8 is a number of worldly power, and with the pentacles, we're talking about with, you know, monetarily. So that can be good. And you may just be like in an apprenticeship program, or doing some internship, or getting a certification for something, or you're just working hard and making good money from it. In the past position, we have the Strength card. Now, interestingly, in this deck, I didn't even remember that, but the Strength card is number 11. And in most decks, it's number 8. So I was going to say there's another number 8, but I got the Justice card. So those are interposed. And so that becomes the Justice card. It trades numbers with the Strength card. Now, the Strength card represents, oh, you know, it's funny too, I wanted to show you, because this is the symbol of eternity, and that's like an 8. I'd like to find out why they do that, why some decks have the Justice card as 8 instead of 11. To me, it should be the Strength card as 8, because it connects to power. And I could see Justice being 11 because that is a master number, and there is like that enlightenment that's associated with it. But anyway, the Strength card in the past position may indicate, Libra, that you have gained in self-esteem. Now, this could be for many reasons. You might have gone to therapy. You might have simply gotten to a certain point in your life where you just don't care anymore, in a good way, where you're not like trying to please people as much. You're are more interested in making yourself happy than in making other people happy. Because, you know, people go through things and eventually they come to that understanding that other people are not going to be happy no matter how much you sacrifice for them. Because what will happen in that case, if you sacrifice yourself, you will not feel like yourself. You will not feel like you are really fulfilling what you came here to do. And you're going to be resentful. You're probably going to take covert snipes at people and not be yourself either. You know, people who really care about you love you for you. So, of course we make sacrifices for people sometimes, but it shouldn't be at the expense of your total well-being. That's all I'm saying. And you may have realized this, and so you kind of like really have become more concerned with what makes you happy, what makes you excited about life, and that has reflected itself in your work life. So you may be feeling more connected to it and willing to work hard for it. The higher message is the Justice card, and this is a card of, as a spiritual message, I would say, is that everybody gets what they deserve. I just said this the other day. Everybody gets what they deserve, meaning that the opposite is also true, that nobody is a victim. And so if you have experienced unfairness in the workplace, for instance, and for Libra, fairness becomes like paramount in one's life. And it bothers you when other people are treated unfairly as well, don't get me wrong. But you are acutely aware of when you are not being given the same treatment as somebody else. And if that has ever occurred to you in the workplace, this may be why the Eight of Pentacles is showing up, because you decided that you were going to create a scenario where you had the qualifications where they could never use that against you. I remember I had a similar situation like that, where I saw that, somebody with a college degree, even if we were doing the exact same work, that they were making more money than me. And that's, for some reason, that really irked me. And I started going to college. Now, I started going to college with the idea that I was still going to work at this particular place, and I ended up quitting from there. So eventually it didn't matter anyhow. But that's what made me go back to college and eventually get my degree. So I guess you could say it was good in that sense. However, well, that's another story. But that there could be something going on with you that has to do with the workplace and fairness. And you may feel like you have to be the best you can be, because it's like every little thing is scrutinized. And the spiritual message talking about the Justice card, to me, suggests that there's ultimate justice, but it may not play out on the world stage. You might still see evidence of injustice simply because we live in this 3D world where it's not always the person who is the most ethical who gets ahead, let's face it. But that doesn't mean that we should abandon our principles either. And sometimes it kind of bothers people, and they go, gosh, how come that person got away with that? And I was here all along, I was doing good things, and it's almost like I'm getting penalized. No, you're not. And any kind of reward on an earthly level is probably not all that to begin with, so don't even worry about it. What crosses you is the Fool card. So maybe there is this whole new plunge you want to take in life, and you've gotten caught up in the web of proving yourself, of trying to show your stuff in a particular workplace, when in fact you have much bigger fish to fry, that you really have a lot more potential than that. And it can be that you are just at a stage where it's hard for you to imagine being, in a different environment, for instance. And that's okay, but at least keep your mind open to the possibility. Don't don't be too afraid of perhaps striking out on your own. I'm not saying working for yourself necessarily, but going in a totally new direction. With the Eight of Pentacles, this may even be something that is like, I'm thinking of a, what do they call it? Like when you have fine motor skills, like it's kind of like having like a crafty side to you, where you're doing something using your ability to like, God, why can't I articulate this? Where you have like manual dexterity perhaps, and you're able to, but maybe you're operating a machine, for instance, or maybe you have some kind of a specialized talent that isn't necessarily like a mental one. It's more of like a skill that you had to learn, and maybe you really honed that skill. So that may make you reluctant to go out because you feel that you have, kind of already gotten involved in this thing and you're good at it, and you may be making a lot of money from it. But Libra tends to be intellectual as well as artistic. And so that may ultimately be more of a compatible type of a job for you. And so perhaps you cannot see it right now, but just at least entertain the possibility for some time in the future. But you have like these amazing money cards. The advice is the Ten of Pentacles. Build your generational wealth. You may attract this. I love this drawing. Oh my gosh, I love those colors and the textures of it. And this can be even like asking for help from your family. Perhaps you are looking to do something different, but you still don't know how you would do it logistically. Maybe you have certain expenses. Maybe you have a child that needs to be taken care of. Sometimes this can be help from the family. But this is also a card of great material wealth. So with the Eight of Pentacles, these are both cards of affluence. And the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe this is starting your own business. Aces are beginnings. August is a good month for any kind of new endeavor launches, but I think even going into September, it wouldn't be bad at all. And if you have no clue as to what you could possibly do, Libra, then just think about it, because you may come up with an idea that can just make you a boatload of money. And all it takes is for you to really just believe that it's even within the realm of possibility. But yes, I see all of these beautiful money cards. And also, another thing too is, with the Fool card, it might be that you're afraid to launch because you're afraid, maybe you're afraid of failure. But you have to, sometimes you have to risk your dreams being temporarily crushed. Not that they would be. It wouldn't be that big a deal. You could always retool something. Also, I just want to make it known that the Strength card in the past position, is connected to Leo. That's why there's a lion there. And that in August, trying to get my thoughts together, in August we do have a lot of Leo energy. So there you go. That's another indication that you are right on schedule. So, and it is in the past position, so who knows, maybe it'll be more like September when everything starts to gel for you, or even October, sometime in that your solar return period. Okay, that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.